But when you start thinking about who enlisted in World War II, and then I'm doing some searching and talking to people, and I talked to Kim Toth, who's a friend of mine. Her husband, Willie, is a Vietnam veteran, a Silver Star recipient, and I knew about this Sam Olson because I'm on Facebook, and I keep seeing this young man's name pop up everywhere. Sam Olson, Sam Olson, Sam Olson, Sam Olson's doing this, Sam Olson's doing that. Love this young man. Love him, love him, love him. So I asked Kim Toth, I said, you know this Sam Olson? She goes, do I know him? I'm working on this veterans thing with him. Well, that was it. He worked his way right into my heart. I asked him if he wanted to be on the radio. He said he would. He's here. How are you today, Sam?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Sam Olson. Jeff, you know Sam.
Yeah, he's wonderful on Facebook and has lowered my demographics, so I like that. Sam, of course, at Elgin High, he's in the band. You're in the band at Elgin.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. You got those shiny new uniforms. You were excited about that. Were you some of the marching zombies at the...
I wasn't, no.
You weren't there?
No.
Okay, so we'll eliminate that one. But Sam is involved, not only doing...
Wait a minute, now you say involved. Now, I'm not breaking and not talking out of school here, Sam Olson, but I think I saw on Facebook a couple of days ago, you're in a relationship.
Oh, boy.
I lectured him in the hallway.
It's live radio.
He's a media man, 26 before he worries about relationships.
There we go.
Didn't even think about it a little
Look
bit.
what it did for us.
Yeah, you've got a lot of future with the media out there. But your salute, of course, the Elgin Veterans Memorial, you started that obviously when you were 13 and a half or 14, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that led to you producing, up on YouTube, a video that folks can go to see that. You're going to go revisit that, are you not?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tell me what you'll do in the second time around.
Well, definitely better video quality and just, the way it works and how everything goes. But I want to give more history about it and, what happened with it and, how it began. So.
Yeah, because they've added a whole new section that they dedicated over the summer.
Right.
That's exciting for you as a young man. Well, and of course you're doing lots of history. You're all over Elgin history, and you are the future Jerry Turnquist and Mike Alf. We put that on your shoulder because we have two of the greatest historians, both centered around Elgin High School as well, with Turnquist being the longest running teacher in U46 male-wise, and Mike Alf, of course, had that record till Jerry broke that. So you in the tradition of Elgin High will continue that, but you at a young age are able to produce those videos so quickly and get them to the modern-day mass audience. So that's a new dimension that's so wonderful, and that is something that's just great. What started you looking at Elgin's history as a young man?
Well, I always grew up in Elgin. I love living here, and, my parents always took me around to the river and stuff. We went fishing, and I just started looking online at the history of Elgin and found out that there's so much more I never knew about, and right then I was hooked.
Yeah, did you know, you might have known this yesterday, but there was a very historic moment yesterday that happened in town. The great, 5 greats, is that 5, Steve? 5 great.
It's good thing you don't stutter.
Grandson, darn it. Now you got me, right? You cued me. The grandson of the founder, the co-founder of the city of Elgin, James T. Gifford, was in the city of Elgin.
Wow.
He was here yesterday, put on by the Elgin Area Historical Society. They had a big gala at the center of Elgin yesterday. He lives in Davenport, Iowa. You're going to have to do some feature on him. He knew his relatives were a factor in Elgin, and they drove from Davenport to Chicago. Here's where the story gets cute. They would drive from Davenport to Chicago, but they were on a mission. We haven't got time to stop at Elgin. I know some relative began it. James Talcott Gifford began it with his brother in April 3rd of 1835, but we don't have time to stop. Well, they actually had time and were called in by the museum, and there's great history there. They have lots of letters up in the attic they found of then future Gifford relatives. So in the city that has as much rich history as you know of anybody in our Chicagoland area, they were able to bring it back to April 3rd, 1835, and one of his relatives saying, hey, I like this river. I'm going to grab this boat from a Native American and settle here. And that's what happened at that time. So his great grandson in town yesterday.
Wow.
Sam, Kim Toth is on the air with us. She'll be joining us momentarily. I'm going to ask you a little bit about how this video started, this salute to Elgin veterans. But first, I have a little sort of surprise for you, and I was telling Jeff about this yesterday. In the mid-1860s, a little bit before your time, Abraham Lincoln was president, and a 5-year-old boy shook hands with President Lincoln. 90 years later, this young boy, now 95, shook hands with a young college professor. That young college professor, years after that, shook hands with retired federal judge Manny Barbosa, who's a very, very prominent name in Elgin. I was at a book signing with Judge Barbosa last month, and I shook hands with Judge Barbosa. I am now going to shake hands with you, extending the lineage from Abraham Lincoln 5 generations or so removed. So now through me, through Judge Barbosa, through this professor, through this young man, we've now shaken hands with history.
Do you have your Facebook stuff here? This should be a Facebook photo right now.
Get the video.
Where's Mom's out there? Dad's out there. Get something that can record that moment, young man.
Kim's on. Steve and Jeff can handle that. Talk a little bit about your Elgin video, your salute to veterans, which is really, really something you should be very, very proud of, young man. I'm proud to know you.
Oh, thank you. Well, the video is a compilation of pictures of veterans from Elgin from any time period. We traced it all the way back to the Civil War with veterans, all the way to currently. And we have pictures from different events and stuff like that to put in the video and release it to honor and salute the veterans.
And when are you debuting this video? Or have you?
Tuesday, November 11th, 11 a.m.
That would be Veterans Day.
At the Veterans Memorial?
No, unfortunately not. So.
Come on, Jeff, it's Facebook. It's an online.
I know, but you showing your age. You'll be out at the Veterans Memorial. Is there school on Tuesday?
Yes, there is.
Oh man,
I know.
Kim Toth is live on the air right now. Are you there, Kim?
Hi, Kim.
I'm here.
All right, George. Go ahead and talk with Kim a bit here. Kim, tell us a little bit about your involvement in this whole Veterans Project.
Well, I had been seeing on Facebook some of Sam's previous films that he's done out and about around Elgin, and I just thought that he did such a good job, and I just emailed him and I said, you know, you should do a video about the veterans of Elgin. And he thought that would be a real good idea, and he asked if I would help him, and I was glad to do that.
Well, Jeff, why don't you chime in?
Okay, and certainly he responded with that. He's going to go back for a second look. It's exciting. You should also, the great history of that, offer that video, Kim and Sam, to the Elgin Area Historical Society and things like that, although it is up on YouTube. But, you know, my concern about formats in the future.
Right.
Make sure you've got it on something concrete as well. But it's very exciting, and when that first began, it's the anniversary of the opening of the Veterans Memorial here, November 11th, well charted, November 11th, 2008. That was the first time that was officially open for ceremonies on that day. So that's all very exciting, and it's good that the young core, the young audience, as you mentioned, can look back, can trace it all the way back to the Civil War and be so involved with not only the history of Elgin, but the history of military in Elgin as well. So it's very exciting.
Yes, it is.
And you premiere that on your YouTube. If I want to see it, do I Facebook you? Are you on YouTube? What am I going to put up there?
It'll be in several groups on Facebook. You Know You Are from Elgin, Illinois When, Salute to Elgin, Illinois Veterans, and Elgin Veterans Video. And YouTube, you can pretty much just search for it, and it should come up.
Okay. So by 11 o'clock on November 11th. Sam Olson, we appreciate you being aboard, and your mom and pop are out there. Can you say hello to them while you're out there?
Hello.
Dad's Woody, and Mom's there. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting news. Congratulations, and not only the Veterans Memorial, but also you've been all over. You've looked at the bill that the Civil War canon. You've looked at that in video form at the Elgin Area Historical Society as well. So congratulations, Sam. It's live radio. We're going to dismiss you right now, young man.
Well, thank you.
Take care of that relationship, but you're young. You're young. All right. And we'll see you at Elgin High.
Yeah.
All right. Sam Olson. That's exciting news. He's got great video up there. And you can Facebook him as well. We'll accept that, won't we?
Kind of do a couple of commercial business things here. American Legion Post 57 is located at